a family moves into a centuries-old home and uncovers its ominous history.
The list went on. Murders to mass murders, you name it, it happened.
What begins with mysterious noises.
What is that?
Here you go, Casey.
And an imaginary friend turns into something so dark, so evil.
It was trying to kill me. I'm fighting with all my might.
Only a higher power can save them.
Jay!
It will never back down. It will go out and destroy you any way that it can.
You're all going to die.
In America, there is real evil. It lurks in the darkest shadows and in our most ordinary towns. Between the worlds we see and the things we fear, there are doors. When they are opened, nightmares become reality. New England's idyllic countryside attracts many families looking to put down roots in its picture postcard communities.
It was a very nice area, and it was kind of on the upper scale. We thought it was going to be a nice area, good schools to raise a family.
Jay Yable and his family are lucky to move into an historic late 18th century house near the town center.
It was a large home, and it was something that I could call my own, and the price was more than reasonable at the time.
Jay is retired military and now works as a maintenance supervisor at a nearby office complex.
Got some water for you.
Oh, yes!
His wife, Elka, works as a medical assistant.
Oh my gosh, babe. It is so much bigger than I remembered.
Welcome to the American dream.
When I first met Elka, her upbeat spirit, that's what kind of drew me to her. I think we knew right from the beginning that it was going to be a match.
You take a break.
Girls?
The spacious home seems the perfect place to raise their twin girls, Alex and Riley.
Huh? What do you think?
It looks like the biggest, most beautiful dollhouse ever. It's all ours, even the trees?
Even the trees.
Jay can't wait to show off the house to his friend Mike Sokol.
Oh, right here. Oh, yeah.
Jay and I grew up together, attended each other's weddings, children's births, baptisms.
Helping us move, man, that goes beyond friendship.
I've known him since I was like 5 years old. We were best friends. He's like a brother to me.
Man, you are really moving on up. Just look at this.
Girls, please don't get in Daddy's way.
Hey, come back here, you little rascals!
You're wearing me out.
Hey,
Yes.
I know you have your reservations.
Yes.
Look,
When Jay and Elka found the house, it was a little more of a hard sell for her.
after we unpack,
And spackle, and paint, and fix these creaky floors. Oh, it's a lot of work.
I said, once we start to decorate it and make it look nice, it's going to become your home. It's going to be something special.
Hey, Jay, come on, get in here, I need you!
Yes.
But it's more than just the renovations. Elka's instincts tell her something is not right about the house. Something she can't identify.
Elka's like, I don't like it, something's wrong.
Over the following weeks, painting and major repairs are done, and the family settles into a comfortable routine.
tell me again why we use a baby monitor for our kids, as old as they are.
Because your children like to wake up in the middle of the night and go exploring. You remember the time we caught Riley heading out the back door at midnight to find the cat? Whoa, hello. Whoa.
Mommy, can we have some?
Okay, but just one, because I do not want you to spoil your dinner. Excuse me, I said just one.
But this one's for Casey.
That would be their new imaginary friend.
My daughters would talk about sometimes they would play with somebody, a girl in their room, and we thought it was just imaginary friends like a lot of kids would have.
That one's for Casey.
You are something else.
For 7 months, all has been relatively tranquil in the house, until one night.
Jay?
What is that?
I have no idea.
Somebody or something is banging on the walls. Boom, boom, boom.
Could be the pipes. An old house like this.
Wait, listen.
It was like someone scratching on a wall with claws.
Over here.
Sounds like it's coming from all around us. Like something trying to get out.
Or in.
Jay suspects it's neighborhood kids pulling a prank. But there is no one in sight.
I looked on the porch, and at this point, I was dumbfounded.
Anything?
No?
I said, nobody could move that fast.
Weird.
A few nights later, the strange sounds continue. This time from the audio monitor connected to the twins' bedroom.
Jay, did you leave the TV on?
No.
What is that noise?
Static.
I shouldn't be doing that. What's wrong with it? Oh, this thing.
You're all going to die.
Oh my God, the girls! The girls!
In 2006, the Apel family moves into a late 18th century house in suburban Connecticut. At first, all is calm, but a few months later, they begin hearing strange noises they can't explain.
What is that?
Things are happening, and I have no idea what's going on.
One night, the mysterious sounds grow threatening when a message comes across the audio monitor from their daughter's bedroom.
You're all going to die.
You hear this voice, and it says, you all are going to die.
Oh my God, the girls! The girls!
We jumped up. We ran right into the kids' room. And there was nothing.
They're fine.
They were sound asleep.
No one's here. No one's been here.
Elka's initial wariness about the house now turns to fear.
There's something wrong with this house, Jay. I'm telling you. There's something wrong with this house.
She knew there was too many coincidences that weren't adding up, and she was convinced at this point there was something really bad in the house. I'm like, just calm down. I said, ignore it, ignore it, ignore it. I'm trying to rationalize things.
But there is nothing logical about these sounds. One afternoon, Jay stays home from work to take care of the girls when Elka comes down with the flu.
Oh, thank you.
Would you like some more tea, honey?
No, I'm fine. Thank you, though.
After moving into the house, Elka changed a little bit. She seemed to become ill more.
Jay?
Yeah, I heard it.
What is that?
Sounds like someone upstairs.
You could hear someone taking like a cane or stick and going up and down on the side of the kid's bed.
Casey's here.
Casey is Riley's imaginary friend. But Jay doesn't believe in the invisible. As an ex-soldier trained for combat, he decides to take action against the intruder.
I went to my room and I grabbed my weapon. My heart's beating fast. I'm praying. I don't ever want to have to shoot somebody in my house.
Jay finds no one and nothing disturbed in Alex and Riley's room. And the sounds grow more insistent.
And it was loud, like somebody's really angry. Whoever was in the house was actually right above my head. And I figured if there was somebody up there, I had them because they were in the attic and there was no way out. There was nothing. There was nobody.
I don't get it. What were those noises?
I told you. Something is not right.
Elka is starting to think that the house is haunted. I would say that there's got to be a logical explanation. Maybe what we really heard wasn't footsteps, or maybe it wasn't the rapping sounds. Maybe it's the old house creaking or settling.
Weeks pass, and Elka grows more afraid.
She'd be like, I don't feel safe in this house. There's something going on. She would feel like someone would be standing back and watching her.
Deep in the heart of New England, a family of 4 is haunted by mysterious sounds they can't explain.
You're all going to die.
Wherever she goes, Elke Yapel senses something in the house.
Elke had come to Jay and said, I think there's some kind of spirits in our house. And of course, I was skeptical.
One afternoon, Elke feels the presence growing stronger. Elke thinks she's safe, but there's no escaping.
Jay! Jay!
The toys just went off altogether, and they were getting louder and louder.
Stop it!
Every single toy stopped simultaneously.
Enough! I want out of this house! I want out of this house!
Honey?
After the toy incidents, I started believing there was something really wrong. I kept thinking maybe if it was a ghost, it was somebody who lived there and didn't like us being in their house.
Unable to take his wife's distress any longer, Jay goes on a mission.
That's when I decided I was gonna go down to the town hall and start doing research to see if anybody died in the house.
Town records indicate the house was built in the late 1700s. And right away, Jay notices something peculiar.
The house was bought by somebody, a year later it was sold, bought, 6 months later sold, a year and a half sold, 7 years sold. And this is a pattern.
Jay makes another sobering discovery.
What's up, buddy?
Mike,
Jay shares his findings with his best friend.
there have been a lot of deaths in this house.
What?
Look at this.
Jay finds over a dozen murders, suicides, and accidental deaths related to the house.
And not just people that lived here, but friends, neighbors, people associated with the house.
You found that there was a lengthy history of really bizarre occurrences. So that kind of put a little, chill down my back. I'm like, whoa.
I started believing the house is haunted.
We are trying to contact the spirit or entity in this house. Reveal yourself.
Jay contacts Orlando Ferranti, head of the Paranormal Research Society of Connecticut, a non-profit group of paranormal investigators.
Anything?
Maybe there's nothing here.
Oh, no. I can feel something.
When I got into the home, you could just feel the oppression and the negative energy in that household. I've never felt that kind of energy before in my life. It's just a cesspool of negativity. I walked around the house with a recording device and some EMF detectors.
EMF detectors measure electromagnetic fields. An energy spike indicates possible paranormal activity.
I wasn't getting any abnormal readings, but I still felt this oppression. I was very concerned about this negative energy because it was watching me. It did not want me there.
Orlando.
Suddenly, the team's psychic picks up on the energy.
All of a sudden, the spirit is talking through his body. The psychic changed from his normal, quiet personality into this arrogant, nasty, demonic.
Are you the entity who controls this house? Who are you? Name yourself.
You are all going to die. You are going to hell.
Why do you torment this family? You want somebody? Come after me!
Ever since the Yapel family moved into a historic New England house, they have felt a dark presence. And when Jay uncovers more than a dozen murders, suicides, and accidental deaths related to the house, the former military man has no choice but to believe.
I live in a haunted house. I'm starting to get very frightened. There's something that is pure evil.
Jay reaches out to paranormal experts to investigate the house, when suddenly the psychic channels a dark entity.
You are all going to die.
And things turn violent.
Lily! Are you all right? Are you okay?
Anything with that kind of power that can pick up a human being and throw them is something demonic.
Orlando suspects the number of deaths related to the house could have attracted a demon.
A lot of that negative energy becomes residual negative energy, and it could attract other negative energies. It's almost like a beacon.
When he mentioned a demon, I was terrified. We were worried about Alex and Riley and their safety, along with our safety.
Orlando promises he will put together a plan to help them.
He wanted to get all kinds of evidence so he could bring to the church to have the church authorize a exorcism on the house.
A week later,
there was this girl, like she just came back from a dance or something. She was trying to kill me. I'm fighting with all my might, and I'm not a small guy, I'm a pretty big guy. I'm fighting. I'm like, this is a bad dream. I wanted to yell for Elka, and I couldn't speak. My voice was gone. All of a sudden, it was like a popping sound. And it was gone. What a nightmare. What a horrible nightmare.
Or so he thinks. The following morning, to Jay's horror, the nightmare appears to have been real.
That scared me to the core.
What happened?
I don't know.
I kept playing a scenario over my head. Why did it happen? What was it? Could it come back? Could it attack my girls? Could it attack my wife?
Jay consults with a paranormal expert who believes he knows what happened.
He experienced phantomania, which is basically the experience of being frozen, if you will. The energy is being sucked out of you and being used by the spirit.
He thinks the entity that attacked Jay could be a shape-shifting demon.
It's possible that this negative energy or demonic entity could be changing its form. It could change itself to a female, it could change itself to a child, it could change itself to even an animal.
Orlando also has bad news for Jay. He won't be coming back.
And there's no way I can come back to the house anymore.
The demon is affecting his family.
I had to back out of the investigation.
I understand.
My kids come first, and they were being traumatized by something unseen. My oldest son, for a week straight, had these nightmares, these horrible nightmares of an old man with a decrepit-looking face.
They were actually getting visions of my house in their heads.
I had to back away, but I didn't want to give up trying to help Jay.
I wanted to take my family at that point and run, and I couldn't.
Everything the Yapel family owns is tied up in the house.
I had to stay and fight, and I was fighting alone.
The family was becoming more isolated. Everyone just didn't want to attend his house. I felt terrible. We've been friends for years, 30 plus years. And there's nothing I can do to help him.
Would you like some more cake? Yes, please.
Jay is frightened for his family, but relieved his daughters appear immune from danger.
It seemed like it had boundaries. It has like rules of engagement. This entity would go after Elko or try to scare me.
Would you like some more tea? Yes, please.
For some reason, this thing would not go after my children.
Don't forget Casey. Here you go, Casey.
Elka is less optimistic about their chances. She copes by maintaining a normal routine.
Jay? Jay!
What?
Do you hear it?
No.
I swear there was something here and it was watching me. Just listen.
I heard something, and it sounded like it was on 2 hoofs.
What is that?
Really, really scared me.
For 2 years, the Yapel family has been living in a centuries-old mansion with a dark secret, a past filled with sadness and death. Could this unsettling history have invited a shape-shifting demon into the home?
I've seen what a really bad entity is. It was so terrifying.
Just listen.
One night, the demon traps Jay and Elka in their attic.
We could actually hear this hoofed animal, and you could see the footprints. Total fear ran over me. I have a big fear of the devil himself. That's what was going in my mind. It was actually the devil himself. This thing could see me, I couldn't see it. I was like, we're dead meat, you know, we're screwed. I can't do anything.
It stopped. Here we go.
Slow.
Okay.
Desperate to protect his family, Jay calls in Bob Baker of Connecticut Paranormal Investigators, an expert in demonic hauntings.
Thank you so much for coming. Where would you like?
He immediately senses something.
Whatever was in that house met me right at the door. And you could feel the oppression there.
Let's start upstairs. Come on.
The Yapels were very scared. I could see that they have already been through hell. They weren't sleeping. That was affecting their health.
Bob and his team measure the electromagnetic field in the house to detect for paranormal activity.
I think we got something here. Do you hear that?
We actually heard something come walking down the attic stairs. It sounded like it weighed about 500 pounds. We didn't know whether to run or to stay.
Whoa, what happened? Are you all right?
My back started burning.
Wow.
I had like 9 scratches on my back.
It was like somebody took a whip and just whipped Bob.
It's very painful. It's just like getting scratched by a human. It's the same feeling. It draws blood and it hurts just as bad.
Bob believes an attack such as this could indicate the presence of a special kind of demon called a Wendigo.
The Wendigo type of demon can be very vicious. They hate us and they just want us dead. In many cases, the demon is there first. You kind of acquire it when you move in.
According to Bob, moving may not help the Yapel family get rid of the demon.
If the Yapels had gotten out right away, within the first 6 months, they probably would have gotten away with not having too much of a problem afterwards. But because they stayed so long, an attachment does form. You have to fight the battle where it starts. If you move away, then this thing will just torment you for the rest of your life.
You're all going to die.
That was really disturbing. I knew this thing could follow me and wreak more havoc on my life.
I was concerned about them being in the house. Jay seemed genuinely afraid and concerned for his family. He was overwhelmed by it. It was almost consuming him.
Jay turns to his faith for strength.
I was becoming more religious. If something's out to hurt me and it's negative, I'm gonna go in the opposite direction and become stronger with my faith.
Bob reassures Jay that he will bring over a Dominican order bishop who is a world-renowned exorcist. The bishop can't come right away. The Yaples have no choice but to wait, hoping the haunting will not grow more dangerous.
I don't want to go in that house.
I know.
All right, girls. Got your dolly. Watch your fingers.
Okay, you ready?
Hey, hun. I'm gonna go get the mail.
Okay.
Papa,
Yeah, baby.
Casey's getting mad.
Casey's your imaginary friend, right?
You have to tell Jesus to stay away from the house.
I said, why would you say that? Riley says to me, she goes, Casey doesn't like you, Papa.
That's not a very nice thing for Casey to say, sweetheart. Casey is bad. All right? I don't think you should listen to her.
In suburban Connecticut, the Yaple family is tormented by a shape-changing demon some call a Wendigo. Their best hope is to have a world-renowned bishop perform an exorcism of the house, an ancient ritual to cast out demons. The bishop reassures the family he will come as soon as he's able.
Okay.
But it won't be soon enough.
Papa,
Yeah, baby.
Casey's getting mad.
All of a sudden, you can hear the truck start rolling backwards, and Elka almost goes under the wheel.
Jay!
Elka!
The truck would have rolled over Elka and actually killed her.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Are you all right?
Jay now realizes the twins have been interacting with an evil entity, but feels powerless to stop it.
The imaginary friend Casey was becoming more and more dangerous.
Oh.
So now I'm totally desperate. I'm worried about my children. I'm worried about Elka. She almost got killed. Now I really need to have an exorcist come in.
The day comes when the bishop arrives to perform an exorcism of the house.
You girls ready for the baptism?
He begins by rebaptizing Alex and Riley.
We already had them baptized.
I baptize thee in the name of the Father, the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
And he says, no. He goes, they're being baptized by me.
And the Holy Spirit.
The bishop talked to Riley about the imaginary friends. And then he took us thumb and made the sign of the cross over and told her not to speak any more of them, that they cannot hurt her or touch her, and to let them go.
Glorious Father.
Then the bishop begins the rite of exorcism.
Save this servant from the enemy. Glorious Father. Save thy servant from the enemy. Ora Patre.
Jay!
Save this servant from the enemy.
When the bishop first came in, the house was tense and very angry. And then after he left, the house felt calm and mild.
We noticed an immediate change in the house. It felt lighter.
He does. He mows the grass.
Look
at
at
night.
Food, drinks.
You read my mind.
Elka noticed the change. She was like, I actually kind of feel good.
You know, you spilled some on the table.
You know?
That's all right. It's paid for.
So if that's the worst that happens, I think we're okay.
After everything we've been through.
Everything's back to normal.
Since that day, paranormal activity has returned to the Yapel house.
The bishop, I believe, did weaken it to the point where we can actually live in the house.
The ultimate mystery, whether a demon somehow entered the home and triggered years of violence, or if various violent events somehow attracted a demon, is one that will likely never be solved.
The violence in that house was just so overwhelming over the years.
Jay!
I believe there was probably a demon in this house right from the beginning.
The Yapels plan to move once they can sell the house.
I would hope they move. Or we burn the house to the ground, one of the two. And I don't know how you get rid of it. You can't kill, you can't blow it up. I said, we gotta pray. That's all we have left.
It's so hard to live with it. You want to get out, you pray, somebody will come up and say, hey, I'll buy your house for you, move. I wish the town would just buy it or someone would buy it and just destroy it.
Until then, Jay Yapel soldiers on.
I'm fighting an endless war against something that's unseen and that I have no defense over, and I just have to keep my eyes open.
A Southern California dream house turns into a nightmare. After the family discovers a hidden room with a dark secret.
It's like a secret room.
Someone or something lurks in the shadows.
It was like a sledgehammer. Boom, boom, boom.
Stay here. Call the police.
I was terrified.
Will anger, vengeance, and fear break the family apart?
Something is in this house, Errol.
I don't know what to say.
Or worse?
I was fearful for my life.
In America, there is real evil. It lurks in the darkest shadows and in our most ordinary towns. Between the worlds we see and the things we fear, there are doors. When they are opened, nightmares become reality. "30 miles outside of Los Angeles lies a suburb nestled in the foothills of the San Gabriel Mountains. Founded in 1887, the town originally began as a railroad community, uniting Los Angeles to the citrus groves and ranches to the west.
It's kind of like a small town where you have the mountains that you can see. We decided that we wanted to buy a home, and we thought that that would be the best opportunity to start our new life.
Did I do it right?
You ready? Today's the day, right?
Yeah.
Come here.
In the fall of 2001, newlyweds Sherry and Errol and Sherry's 2 daughters move into a 3-bedroom house.
When Sherry and I decided to move in together, she was ecstatic.
We're gonna do this? Let's go.
It was beautiful. I loved the house. It was one of those homes that just had that sense of family.
What a great place for them to ride.
Here they go.
I have 2 daughters. Natalie's my 7-year-old. Danielle's my 5-year-old.
I had a special house in mind that I wanted for the kids as I would want for my own children. It's got a very large yard, but most of all, it was safe.
Sherry's mother, Sharon, lives a few hours away.
Oh boy, here we go.
Sherry and Errol got along quite well. The kids took to him, and seeing Sherry so happy, and Errol and the girls too, it made me happy.
You can do this. You're gonna do it. Are you set?
Yeah.
Okay. And go!
Oh my gosh. Be careful.
It was everything she wanted and more. It was the perfect world.
For the next few days, Sharon helps her daughter unpack and organize the house.
It was late at night, and we decided to go out in the garage.
See, this is what I mean. If this weren't such a mess, I think I could at least fit one car in over here.
You know, if we move these boxes over here. So how's Errol liking his new job?
You know, I think he likes it a lot.
He's been gone a lot lately.
What in the world?
Did you know this was here?
No.
My mom and I found this secret room, and I found it quite odd that it was concealed.
Go get Errol. Tell him to bring me a flashlight. Come see what my mom found.
What's going on?
Well, it's like a secret room.
The first time I went into the room, my mind was going in 1,000 different directions. What is this room doing here? Why is this room here? Who put this room here? I mean, I was just trying to brainstorm as to what it could possibly be.
We noticed that there was a fluorescent light, and there was also this cabinet.
What do you think that's for? I don't know. This is strange.
It was very odd. It was not disclosed to us when we were buying the home. Like somebody was trying to keep a secret, but we didn't know if maybe this was just an honest mistake.
Honey, think of it as a bonus room.
It's creepy.
Come on. This is gonna be great. There's extra room, there's extra closet space. Listen, let's go get some dinner. Come on.
We just left it as, okay, so there's another room. We figured that it's just storage, and that was it.
For the next few weeks, while Sherry is in between jobs, she spends most of her days in the house by herself.
When we first moved in, I would be alone. The kids would be off at school. At the time, Errol was working quite a bit, so he was basically never really home. Whenever I would do laundry in the garage area by the secret room, I would feel that somebody was watching me. I knew that something wasn't right, but I brushed it off. I would start thinking that maybe it was just my imagination. I heard this thud noise, as if one of the kids had rolled out of bed. They were both wrapped up, very secure. Nothing fell. I checked their room.
Is everything okay?
Scared me.
Okay, let's go to bed. Come on.
Okay.
I was upstairs on the computer. I was looking for a job at the time. And I hear this faint noise of footsteps going up the stairs. At first, I thought that it was Errol, and I thought that maybe he was coming home from work early and he was gonna surprise me. I even turned around and I got up and I went to look at the top of the stairs to see if he was there.
Errol? Is that you?
And I didn't see anything.
Soon after moving into a suburban Los Angeles home with her new husband and 2 daughters, Sherry Muzowski discovers her house has secrets.
What do you think that's for?
After stumbling upon a hidden room in the garage, Sherry is left with a growing paranoia she can't explain. It's as if someone or something evil lurks in the house.
I would be alone, the kids would be off at school, Errol would be at work,
Errol?
and I would feel that somebody was watching me.
Errol? Is that you?
I could hear these footsteps getting closer and closer. The feeling was so strong that I actually thought it was Errol standing beside me, touching my neck. I turned around and he's not there. This really freaked me out. I knew that it wasn't my imagination.
The physical contact leaves Sherry shaken, and she finally confesses her fears to her husband.
I swear, hun, something was here in the house. I heard footsteps on the stairs.
I'm sure there's a natural explanation. You said yourself, right on the fault line.
When Sherry started first expressing her concerns to me about the noises in the house, I really did not think that there was anything unusual.
You're not listening. Something touched me.
Errol brushed off a lot of the noises and the feelings that I would get because the house was located on the San Andreas Fault.
Hey, let's just get some rest. It's gonna be okay.
I believe what I see.
I knew that I was not alone. I knew that I wasn't crazy. And I knew that there was something happening inside of that house.
few days later, Sherry's mother, Sharon, spends the night.
I visited, often to help take care of the girls. The girls, they liked me to stay in their room when they went to sleep. And I'd either read or watch television. The door slowly opened, and I felt like somebody was watching me.
Sherry? Errol?
In that amount of time, they couldn't have made it back to that room and closed their doors without making a sound. I don't scare easily, but I was frightened.
Also fearing for her grandchildren, Sharon is compelled to share her experience with Sherry.
So you said you wanted to talk to me about something.
The other night, when I stayed in the girls' room,
Yeah?
the door opened on its own. But I felt that somebody was there.
Sherry and I started noticing and becoming aware of things that were happening.
I've been having similar experiences.
I knew that there was some type of paranormal activity. Somebody else was experiencing it as well. It wasn't just me.
I think the house is haunted.
Everything that I was saying finally started to make some sense.
I've tried to talk to Errol about it. He doesn't understand, or maybe he just thinks I'm crazy.
I believe you.
We realized that it started when we first found the secret room.
Sherry decides to research the history of the home.
I pulled up the title of the house to see the previous owners, and I wanted to see if anything happened at the house prior to us owning it. I even went to the police department. I gave them the address, and I asked them if they had any type of calls that were at the house, and they went back on their records, and they said no, and they said that basically the house was, pretty quiet.
With no evidence that a traumatic event took place in the house, Sherry avoids discussing the haunting with Errol. But keeping her feelings bottled up begins to eat away at their relationship.
When Errol basically ignored what I was trying to tell him about the house, it really bothered me. Not only did it make me feel insecure, but it also made me feel that he wasn't listening to me.
Is dinner almost done?
It'll be a while.
I was just gonna chill the bottle of wine.
Okay, if you want to.
I thought she was overreacting. We were both on edge a lot.
What was that?
It was like a sledgehammer against the wall. It rocked the whole house.
And the sound is coming from the garage.
Call the police!
Soon after newlyweds Errol and Sherry and her 2 daughters move in, Sherry is convinced their house is haunted and that the source lies in a secret room off the garage.
This is strange.
But Errol doesn't believe in ghosts. With each passing day, Sherry finds herself growing more resentful of her husband.
I heard footsteps on the stairs.
I'm sure there's a natural explanation.
I just thought we lived in an older house and it could be explained by normal causes.
I was very upset. He just didn't even believe me. He didn't even really listen to me. I knew that there was something happening inside of that house.
Is dinner almost done?
It'll be a while.
It sounded like somebody was in the garage, taking their fist and banging against the wall.
Boom, boom, boom.
I was terrified.
Call the police!
Don't go out there!
The banging was so loud that it would have broken the stucco. I don't know how that was achieved without damaging the wall. I just couldn't figure it out.
Errol cannot locate the source of the mysterious banging. Police officers arrive to inspect the exterior of the house.
Ma'am, sir, we walked around the house. We didn't see any signs of forced entry. We didn't see anything unusual, anything out of the ordinary. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Did you check on that one side that, you know?
So we checked around the
nothing?
doors, around the windows. We checked everywhere. We didn't see anything unusual.
No.
I'm sorry.
The officers made sure that they walked the whole outside of the house, the whole outside perimeter. They checked everything. They didn't find any footprints.
I mean, don't hesitate to call us anymore if you hear something, okay?
Okay.
I'm
right.
sorry.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Thank you, you too. What do you think that was?
I don't know.
Something is in this house, Errol.
I don't know what to say.
That's what I keep talking about.
For the next few weeks, the couple remains on edge. While Sherry is convinced that opening the secret room has unlocked something evil, Errol struggles to make sense of the unexplained noises.
After that happened, I was giving everything a second look. I heard two girls whispering and then laughing. Sherry let the kids go to sleep by television, so I figured it's one of those shows that they're watching on TV. When I went in there, they were definitely asleep. These kids were out. I really was perplexed. I didn't know what to think. It sent chills right up my back.
A few days later, Errol is working in the garage.
I felt like someone was looking at me
On the outside, this suburban Los Angeles house and family looked like any other. Mom, stepdad, 2 girls, living a normal life. But the discovery of a dark, hidden room may have awakened an evil presence. Errol is reluctant to believe their dream house is haunted until his curiosity gets the better of him and he goes exploring.
Pretty much fed up with everything that was going on and wanted to know what was up with that house. There was no mistaking that something had put their hand on my shoulder. I didn't know what to do. I really didn't know what to do. That's when I realized that there was something going on in the house that wasn't normal. It was the first time in my life I had felt afraid.
I'm home.
Hey, come here. Sit.
What?
Sit down.
Go on. Okay.
I felt this hand. I mean, Sherry, I felt this man's hand on my shoulder. And a few weeks ago, I swear I heard little girls giggling.
Now the family has detected 3 ghosts, a menacing male and 2 little girls. But the reason for the haunting remains a mystery.
I knew that he finally was witnessing what I had witnessed. The noises and the feelings of being touched on my neck. All the things that I was trying to tell him, he now got to see that I wasn't making any of this stuff up. It made me feel a lot better that I wasn't alone.
That's what I've been trying to tell you this whole time. What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
I knew that whatever this thing was, this spirit or entity, I knew that it was gonna get worse in time. We needed to do something.
Errol, can you come here, please?
Devout Catholics, Sherry and her mother conduct research on how to rid the house of ghosts.
I had read up on a couple of websites where they had said, take holy water, say a prayer, also hold a crucifix, and bless the house.
I was scared for all 4 of them, but I also felt helpless because I felt like there was nothing I could do.
I'm gonna take this.
Okay, I'll take this. Why don't you take that? Your mom sent it for us.
Errol is of Turkish descent. They have this cultural item. It's called an evil eye. You put it in an area of your home where you would like to ward off evil.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
It couldn't hurt. All right, so each doorway.
Sherry uses holy water her mother brought back from a shrine in Lourdes, France, considered by many to be one of the holiest places on earth.
In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost.
Bless this house.
Why don't you hang that on the garage door? In the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Ghost.
Bless this house.
I just thought, you know, if that made her feel better, that was okay with me. But I didn't put any credence in it at all. You're trying to move a mountain with your fingertip, it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
For the next few days, the home is peaceful.
After I did my own blessing of the home, it seemed like the general energy in the house was very calm, and I felt very hopeful that it cleared whatever it was in the house. It got rid of it.
Both Sherry and her husband Errol have had frightening encounters with a strong, evil male ghost in their home. Errol has also heard the ghostly sound of little girls laughing. One night, while Errol is out of town, Sherry and her daughters Natalie and Danielle spend the night alone.
What's wrong, hon?
I don't want to sleep in here.
My younger daughter, she was hysterical.
Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of. What's the matter?
Yes, there is. She's right, Mom. There are these two little girls.
My oldest daughter said there were these kids that were talking and they were giggling, and she couldn't get them to stop.
You know what? Come. We'll just sleep in my bed tonight. Here, hon.
But are the ghost children more sinister than they appear?
I felt that I had no control. I really felt at that point that whatever this thing was, it was taking over my home.
After a failed attempt to rid the house of the spirits herself, Sherry invites an expert to investigate the secret room.
I come originally from Germany. I'm a psychic medium, a healer, and a soul empath because I can tune into souls. When I tuned into the energy of the house, the first thing I wanted to check whether the spirit came from outside or was it something which is actually attached to the location itself.
She was my last resort. She was the only person that I felt could put an end to this.
The side of the house where the garage was. That seemed to me the focal point. The secret room felt sad. It felt full of sorrow. It didn't seem as dark as a demon, but it was pretty intense. Definitely a lot of aggressive energy, frustrated energy.
Suddenly, Claudia has a vision of an event that took place in the secret room.
I saw this man laying in a corner, alone. He seemed to be involved in the drug business. It seemed this man had died a violent death, possibly a drug overdose.
There is someone here in the house with you. It's a man.
and Claudia warns he's dangerous.
This dark spirit, his life was cut short. He envied anybody who had a family, children, a wife. His family left him and he became cruel because he was using drugs or dealing with drugs.
Shari is stunned. When she searched the history of the house, she never came across a record of a man overdosing.
Because his life got cut short, he wanted to make us miserable. He didn't want us to have a happy family and live a happy life.
But what about the little girl ghosts? Claudia explains that they are really the ghost man in a different form.
By using children, this male spirit was a great manipulator. This spirit was tricky enough to use children's voices to get their attention. And then once the children's voices were heard, then he could gain more power.
I was terrified. I knew that it was going to get worse.
Claudia gathers the necessary ingredients to cleanse the house. Instead of using holy water, Claudia uses highly flammable alcohol. If it ignites, they will know they are not alone.
This is going to let you know when the spirit is present. That's when you need to be the most focused. You have to reclaim your home. Can you do that?
I think so. Okay. Saint Michael, the Archangel.
She started praying and she prayed her heart out.
Defend us in battle. Stand beside us, behind us, in front of us, above us, below us, and protect us from the evil snares of the devil. Saint Michael, take this evil entity back to wherever it is he belongs.
This cleansing was really, really intense. The heat was tremendous.
You have no business here.
She became the flame, she became the light.
This is not your home. Leave this family in peace. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit, amen.
Amen. The presence is gone.
The energy in the house was very calm, and it didn't seem as heavy.
For weeks, the family experiences no paranormal disturbances.
What are your shoulders?
No, I don't think so.
I was very hopeful that I was going to get my house back.
Yeah, that would be terrible. You created a monster already.
What the hell?
Girls, stay here.
The door was just going back and forth, shaking. We knew there was no one on the other side.
This was clearly a spirit.
What is it? What is it?
For the last 9 months, a family of 4 has been haunted by a forceful and imposing entity.
And protect us from the evil snares of the devil.
The medium warns it's the ghost of an angry drug addict who lost his family to his addiction before dying of an overdose.
This male figure, which was so hateful and envious towards what Errol and Sherry had as a couple, he was this very dark and negative spirit.
After the house is cleansed, the family believes the ghost is gone.
I'm gonna laugh now.
It seemed like the general energy in the house was very calm.
You're good.
I was very hopeful that the blessing was going to work.
Yeah.
Girls, stay here.
The door was just going back and forth, shaking.
This was clearly the male spirit, and he wasn't gonna leave.
What is it? What is it?
Honey, we need to get the girls out of here.
Let's go. Come on. Come on.
They realize the ghost is back.
And that's when I made the decision, I can't stay here. I can't live with this anymore. I was done.
While Errol rushes the girls out of the house, Sherry packs a few essentials.
There was nothing that was gonna make me stay in the home. There was nothing that was gonna convince me that things would get better. All of a sudden, I felt pressure of two hands forcefully pushed me so far that I fell. That was the most terrifying thing I have ever gone through in my life. That's when I knew that this entity, this male spirit, was dangerous. I knew that this man now wanted to hurt me. It's the worst feeling to know that you've got no defense. That was the day that I actually moved out of the house, and I moved the girls out of the house. I didn't go back.
The family moves in with Sherry's mother while they consider their options.
Errol went ahead and he put the house up for sale.
Eventually, they are able to sell what was once their dream house. As for the newlyweds, Sherry and Errol, the stress of going through the haunting takes a toll on their relationship. After less than a year of marriage, they make the decision to split up.
This entity absolutely led to my divorce, absolutely. This ruined our chances of having a happy life together.
You're not listening.
I'm a guy that normally figures things out, takes control, fixes the situation. You know, I don't focus on the problem. I focus on the solution. At some point, I knew there was no solution.
Sherry and her daughters eventually start over in a nearby town.
It was very hard to see my daughters afraid, to the point of where I knew that they didn't want to be in the house. That was one of the hardest things that I had to do, and it really bothered me. I'm happy at the fact that at least we were able to get out of the home and we were able to live a happier life, going our separate ways. But I'll never forget what we went through.
I think this whole situation did leave a bad taste in my mouth because I lost my family, I lost our dream house.
Watching her daughter's life torn apart has left Sherry's mother heartbroken.
I think that feeling of just feeling helpless and you can't help someone that you love that much and you'd do anything for them, that's the worst feeling. Actually, worse than anything else you can imagine.
It was all taken away because of this male spirit. He won. My marriage lost, he won.